Assalamu alaikum. আমার নাম Tasneem. আমি founder and president of Ashia Foundation.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Tasneem Batul and I'm the vice president of Ashia Foundation.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Lamisa Zahra Musa. I'm the general secretary of Ashia Foundation. So basically, Ashia Foundation started by our president, as he was a freelancer photographer, so he came across like little kittens and with kids playing with them. But when he went closer, he realized that they were not exactly playing with them, but they were trying to feed the kittens milk. So when he asked that, did you guys have your breakfast, or did you guys, what are you gonna have for lunch? They said that we don't really know. And if our parents come back home with money, we're gonna have food. So we don't really know if we're gonna have meal for the rest of the day. So that pricked him hard, that if these little kids can help these kittens without having any money for themselves to eat, then why can't we do this as human beings? So we decided that we as humans, our country's people really need us, and that's how Ashia basically began. So it started in 2014, and since then we have done over 20 events. But however, for this year, due to the pandemic, we took a notch further, and our Ramzan Mubarak was a bit different from what it is always. So this is our starting story, and that's how we started Ashia.
We have been working in this field for the last 6 years. We started on June 28, 2014. So since day one, we have been struggling with donations. তারপর দেখা যেত যে আমাদের অনেক সময় time adjustment এর প্রবলেম হতো, as we all are students and we started our work during our O levels, and দেখা যেত after that every time আমাদের coachings and যত ধরনের university timing নিয়ে একটু প্রবলেম হতো, but overcoming that we have been continuing with our projects, and till date we have done over 20 projects. So I would like to talk about one of the projects that is very close to our heart, that was known as Save Marufa. Marufa was a 7-year-old kid who had a hole in her heart. So one day, one of our members named Oishi, she came to us telling us about this little girl who had a hole in her heart. So she এসে আমাদেরকে একদিন বলতেছে যে ভাই এরকম একটা মেয়ে আছে আমার ড্রাইভারের, and she needs emergency operation because যত দিন যাচ্ছে বাচ্চাটার শরীর বেশি খারাপ হচ্ছে, and ওর বাবা is a driver and he has a lot of loan on his head. So সে তার কাছে সম্ভব না এখন এই অপারেশনটা করানো, and operationটা was very expensive. Around 2.5 lakhs was needed for the whole operation, and I am talking about 2017. So after a lot of struggle, আমরা রমজানের সময় we started our campaign. So দেখা যায় যে before the operation we already did our signature event, which was Ramzan Mubarak. So we have already spent all the money that we had in hand to serve the people. So even though we still continued with the event for Save Marufa, unfortunately we couldn't complete the event in the last 7 days of Ramzan. Being disheartened, we were like, we might not be able to complete this event, but then again we had the courage in our heart, thinking that we had to do something for the kids. So we took a week break and we started our campaign again, and alhamdulillah it was a very success. After a whole week we were able to gather the whole amount that was needed. So in that 1 week we were always in the hospitals, making sure we were around Marufa, paying all her bills, making sure that she has no trouble while staying in the hospital. The best thing that happened throughout the whole week was when Marufa was about to enter the operation theater, only one person was able to go and meet Marufa. So Marufa told the doctor that she wants to meet me. So I went into the operation theater, and it was my last words to Marufa. Marufa told me, "Je bhaiya, apne kothao jayen na. After the operation, ami eshe apnake dekha korbo." So that was like a time that actually gave me goosebumps when this kid held my hand and said those. So I think this project connects us to the people, to our volunteers.
তো কারেন্টলি আমরা যে প্রজেক্টে নিয়ে কাজ করছি বা যে জিনিস নিয়ে আমরা কাজ করছি, এটা হচ্ছে কোভিড সিচুয়েশনটা নিয়ে। সো এভার সিন্স দ্য প্যান্ডেমিক হিট আস, we didn't think যে আমরা হয়তো এত বেশি হেল্প করতে পারবো, because আমরা solely we're dependent on volunteers and obviously donors that send money to us, right? So we started off very small. We had a small savings আমাদের Ashia Foundation এর, and আমরা first project যেটা করেছিলাম মার্চের দিকে, ওটা হচ্ছে just ছোট একটা প্যাকেটে hand wash and mask for the rickshaw pullers around উত্তরা. So আমরা এরকম ছোট একটা জিনিস দিয়ে শুরু করেছি, and then আস্তে আস্তে when people saw I'm actually willing to, আমরা কোভিড সিচুয়েশন নিয়ে কাজ করছি, তখন ডোনার্সরা আমাদের কাছে এসে they were obviously giving us money and helping us out, which has led us to increase the amount of things that we were giving out. So তখন আমরা just hand wash or mask ছাড়া what we did was we were getting a good amount of money and we had a lot of fun. What we did is we saw that a lot of people around us have lost their jobs, starting from lower middle class to ekdom lower class as well. So we started giving out monthly but 15 days for je khabar tora khete parbe, dry food like rice and vegetables, muri erokom type er jinish amra ekta packet kore oderke we were giving it out to them. So different areas, different slums. There were some people that we knew personally যারা lower middle class or middle class, ওরা হয়তো বাইরে আসতে পারতেছে না, যেরকম আমরা আশেপাশে দেখেছি অনেক মানুষ বাইরে চলে আসছে, they were begging and everything. Those people couldn't really come out to beg because their situation wasn't like that. So we knew a lot of middle class এরকম মানুষজন যারা needed something but they couldn't come out. So then we started catering to, once we were done with slums and ekdom lower classes jara ekdom chakri bakri nai kaj nai daily laborers jara, once we were done with them we moved on to jara একটু middle income মানুষ but they haven't got their money, pandemic er karone হয়তো চাকরি চলে গিয়েছে অনেকের. So we started focusing on them. We are in contact obviously with the board of doctors and ওদের যে হসপিটালসে অক্সিজেন সিলিন্ডার, ইভেন ট্রান্সফিউশন সেট বা disinfectant trays, এগুলো অনেক, these are very basic things but these are very 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 necessary when it comes to treating COVID-19 patients. So what we are trying to do is আমরা এইসব জিনিসগুলো ওদের এই medical supplements starting from equipments to medicine to supplements যা দরকার একটা হসপিটালের যতটুকু অ্যামাউন্টে পাই না কেন, we're trying to reach out to them and help them with these medical supplements. So আমাদের current campaign is solely focused on the frontline workers, the COVID-19 patients and the medical supplements.